Disney classics, original shows, documentaries, and more. There's a new streaming service in town.
We're Andrea and Patty, and we are now streaming Disney+.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Andrea with Theme Park Parents, and you can find me at Theme Park Parents on social or at Andrea Updike.
And this is Patty from NoGuiltFangirl.com and the No Guilt Fangirls podcast. You can find me on all socials at No Guilt Life. And before we jump into anything, I just wanted to make a note. Both Andrea and I had really crazy weeks last week, and you can probably still hear it in our voices.
We had a little bit too much Disney fun, but that is nothing to complain about if you ask me.
Yep. All good things, as Olaf would say.
Yes.
So now that that's out of the way, because I can hear it and I can hear myself, and I'm just laughing going, I sound kind of like I've been smoking 2 packs a day. I have not smoked cigarettes ever, so no. But that's what it sounds like. We are going to talk about Noelle. This is the Christmas movie that has launched on day 1 of Disney Plus, and it stars Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader, along with a ton of other talented cast members. And if you've listened to any of this before, then you know how we were super excited to see it. And then I actually got a sneak peek of it last week, where I also had a chance to interview the producer, Suzanne Todd, about the movie. And then, honestly, it was the first thing I sat down with my girls this morning to watch because I liked it that much. That being said, I'm seeing some hate all over the interwebs for this movie.
Interesting. You're seeing hate. So I sat down to watch it first thing. It's the first it's the first movie I decided to watch once I got all settled in with Disney Plus. I had seen some of the critics' reviews and raves about it, and so I was really excited to see it. Plus, I love Bill Hader. Anna Kendrick looks totally cute. I did not love it as much as the hype suggested I would, but I didn't hate it. I thought it was a really cute movie. For me, it was just a very sweet, a little bit predictable, but in a nice way kind of movie. And it was a good Christmas movie. I mean, for me, I think not every movie has to be Oscar-winning performances. Sometimes you just want a nice warm cookie, and that's what I felt like this movie was. It was just a nice warm cookie of a movie.
And I completely agree with you on that. And I think that's one of the things that I was getting annoyed with last night, and I was getting a little fired up with these critics. I was like, guys, this was never meant to be like this Oscar-winning performance, like this perfect, magical experience that transports you to the North Pole and back. This was supposed to be a little bit of escapism, a little bit of fun, a sweet way to start off your holiday season, if you will. And I couldn't understand. Okay, I take it back. I can understand some of the criticisms. Like, for example, people were like, basically, it's a low-budget elf.
Okay, that's really funny because I have not read a single review that was negative yet about this movie. And I actually haven't read a lot of the positive reviews. I'm just talking about tweets I see flying by. Best Christmas movie ever, my new favorite Christmas movie. This one's in my top, whatever list of Christmas movies. And I was like, oh, yay, I'm so excited. But I don't click on things until I've seen the movie. So you guys know that about me already. But I never saw anything negative. And my very first thought was, okay, so this is kind of like Elf, but the characters are a little bit different, but I definitely made the Elf connection, and the thing that fell flat for me is that you cannot compare anything to Elf. Elf is this standalone moment in time that was so hilarious, and there were some really funny jokes in this movie, but they weren't Elf funny, but you can't compare the two because they are totally different stories. But I did think that. I thought, okay, this is so much like Elf. I wonder what people are going to say about that. So it's interesting that was a big one.
Yeah, and the big Elf lovers, which I know you are one of them. We are too. I mean, I adore Elf as well. Are, I don't know, offended by it. And I'm like, okay, I see the nods to Elf. I see where you're getting the comparisons. But I don't think that's a bad thing. Don't we all love that movie?
Right.
I mean, that's
I'm
what
not offended.
Yeah, I think that's kind of my issue with it is that they were almost like, this movie isn't worth watching if you've seen Elf. And I'm like, no, this movie is worth watching in a million other reasons and ways. And oh, by the way, it's got some cute elf-like moments. Like, that's the way I was looking at this one.
Yes, I can totally see that. And I think probably, if I had to guess, the issue that people are having. And as somebody, I mean, you're right. I am an absolute elf lover. That one is probably my top, not Disney, my top Christmas movie, if not in my top 5. And the parts that stood out to me as, okay, this was a little too much elf, or the parts where she's coming from the North Pole into our world and she's confused about things and she doesn't understand some of the things that we say. And there were some really funny ones, but then some of the jokes just weren't that funny. I mean, they were cute, but they weren't that funny. I mean, you're not gonna, I'm not afraid to say that because, if it's funny, it's funny. And there was a lot of that. My other complaint I would say about this movie is more Bill Hader. There was not enough Bill Hader in this movie, and that was a big disappointment for me because I love Anna Kendrick. She did a great job, but he is so fantastic that I was really bummed that he was sort of not as central to the movie as I was hoping.
Right. Well, I think that's no, I don't want to say it was a choice that was made, but when you go a little bit deeper from the fluff of this is just a cute, fun Christmas movie, but this is also a Christmas movie that has kind of a big message to it. And I think that focusing on Anna and what she was going through and what Noelle, was trying to accomplish with her life was kind of the message that they focused on. And by doing that, Bill Hader's character was definitely used a lot less, and I absolutely agree that he was underused. I would have loved to see at least 3 or 4 more scenes with him, longer scenes with him, not to overshadow what Anna was doing, but just because he's just that fantastic. I mean, if you can get more Bill Hader, you want more Bill Hader, right?
Right, and even his character, I just wished they had developed his character a little bit more. So he plays Nick Kringle, and there's a lot to his character, and I just feel like they could have made him a little deeper. Like his portrayal of his character and the way they wanted him to be was just very, very surface. And I would have liked to have felt for him a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like I could sort of see where he was coming from, but there was no, I don't want to spoil the movie, but there just wasn't a lot of me understanding why he felt the way he felt. I wanted a little bit more background there.
I don't think I needed that though, because to me it was clear it just wasn't a fit. This wasn't his job. It's just, I mean, to me it's, but I also kind of see things that way. He never felt. Basically, guys, the plot line is that Nick is supposed to take over the mantle of Santa, and the reason he is to take it over is because he's a boy. I mean, that's literally what it comes down to, is that he's the boy Kringle, and therefore when Santa dies, he becomes the new Santa. And from the get-go, from the moment he is told this, and he's kind of, they've made this announcement that it's time to start your Santa training, he's uncomfortable and he's not happy with that choice, and you can tell it's not a fit for him. So for me, it was pretty clear. I didn't feel like I needed more understanding. I understood where he was coming from, like right off the bat. I was never mad at him. I was never upset with him. I got it. But I think that also could just be, me personally. I'm like, why do something just because people think you have to do it? Do something that really fits you, right? And in this case, I know it's Santa Claus, but Santa Claus did not fit him.
Right. And I understood. It wasn't that I didn't understand what they were doing. It was just more of it would be nice. I just didn't feel anything for him. Like, I was just like, all right. He was just kind of there. And again, I really wanted to see more from Bill Hader, so I'm sure that played into it. I wanted to see more of them playing off of each other, and I don't know. So that was my criticism. I did not love this movie, but I didn't hate it. To me, it was a sweet movie. I'm sure we'll watch it again. I'll watch it again with my kids because we love Christmas movies, and why not? But this one is probably not going to go in the top 10 list for me.
Oh, this one's solidly top 10 list for me, but it's because I also don't really love Christmas movies in general.
Okay.
So when I find one that I do connect to, like it's an easy fit, right? It's not like I have to, I'm not the Hallmark Christmas girl that, looks forward to that every year and has to watch all of them. I don't watch any of that stuff. So this was an easy fit for me, in part because of Anna Kendrick and her personality, her portrayal, plus the puns and the I'm just a
Yes.
dork that way. I am such a dork that way.
How much did you love Shirley MacLaine's character?
Oh, she's great. She was, I mean,
She was
it's Shirley
so
MacLaine, so yes, she's great. That too. It's just stuff like that I can easily jump on board with and fall in love with. And so for me, I think, I mean, it was definitely that those things all kind of wrapped up together in this adorable little Anna Kendrick present for me, and it worked. So yes, for me, I love this movie. I was so excited for my kids to watch it. I was also happy for them to see my daughters, you know, they're girls, and right off the bat, they were both like, "Oh, she should be Santa." And I was like, "Well, maybe so. Why do you say that?" And they're like, "Because girls can be anything." And I was like, "Yes, they can, even Santa Claus." So, you know, there's a little bit of learning in this one. There's a little bit of something to be said there. And I know that what I just said kind of makes it sound pretty trite and pretty predictable, but I felt like there was more heart to this one. I mean,
there was a lot of heart. There was a lot of heart in this movie. It was predictable, but that's okay. I mean,
well,
you know.
that's the Christmas. I mean, that's just the way I see it. As this is what a formulaic Christmas movie. I didn't expect anything.
Exactly.
I didn't expect anything more, if that makes sense. So that was the other thing too. Is when I went into this, I thought, you know, it's going to be a typical Christmas movie, and will it still entertain me? Will it still make me laugh? Will it amuse me? It actually made me laugh and cry. I cried on first viewing of this one. I cried quite a bit, and it completely caught me off guard. There were moments in this movie that's the reaction that it evoked for me. So
I definitely had a couple of those moments.
Okay,
Very sweet moments.
Very sweet, very sweet. Yeah, cry in a good way, people, not.
Yeah, definitely.
Not cry in a bad way. So, yeah, for me, Noelle is definitely, I can recommend it, especially this time of year. If you are looking for something sweet and fun and light that your whole family can also enjoy, because there's nothing, I couldn't find anything in this, not an offensive joke or a borderline word or anything that I thought was terrible. I loved how with some of the puns, like they pulled in Christmas songs and they used that as part of their puns. In fact, I wrote a post about that this morning.
I love it.
There's also about 1,000,001 hidden Mickeys throughout the movie.
Ooh, I'll have to go back and look for those. I wasn't even looking for hidden Mickeys.
Go back and watch for some hidden Mickeys. You can definitely see them like right off the bat in the first 5 minutes. There were quite a few that we picked out, and then we kind of got swept up in the story, so I quit looking. But that's going to happen on more more views.
On more viewings.
Yeah, there's hidden Mickeys in this too. And one other thing, I saw somewhere one of the critics were complaining about this terrible CGI Santa's Village. Y'all, that was not CGI. They actually created Santa's Village in Whistler. Fun fact, straight from Suzanne Todd, the producer of Noelle. That is not CGI. That is real.
That is so funny. I hadn't seen, like I said, I haven't looked at any of the reviews, but I didn't think that at all about the village. That looked fine to me. There was one little part where Santa's sleigh was flying that I thought, oh, I can tell that's CGI, but that's just because, of course it is. That, there's no way that that's real. So to me, that was nothing at all. So don't even, like we said, guys, I definitely think this is a must watch.
It's on TV. It's a made for TV movie. It's not something that I would have expected to see in the theaters, I think. And so my expectations were of such, where I think some of these hate critics out there have to be all bougie and think that everything needs to be a Oscar-winning, put together movie. And I just don't see it that way. I definitely felt like this was a good fit for it to be on Disney+.
Absolutely. I think it's a must-watch Christmas movie, and you don't have to give it 5 stars to enjoy it. It's okay to have a few things that you wish were different. It's still a really sweet movie. It's fun to watch with the kids. Like I said, get your cookies and milk, have a fun little movie night, and enjoy it, because at the end of the day, it's a feel-good movie. You will enjoy it, even if you don't love every single aspect, but that's not what it's about. The message is really solid. There are some very sweet moments, and it's a great little watch. So I think you will enjoy it. And I'd love to hear what you think when you do watch it. So come talk to us and tell us what you think.
Yes, come join our Facebook group, Now Streaming Disney Plus Podcast. I think that's the name of it, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's the name of it.
So come join us in there. We're going to start talking about all the things. We're going to have some different threads for each of these new shows that people want to talk about. And we'd love to hear your thoughts on Noelle. I'm also going to have an interview post with Suzanne Todd up on my noguiltfangirl.com website here in probably the next week or so. And I don't know, it might color the way you think of things or explain a little bit about why they made some of the choices they made. So I'm just saying, come and read that one as well.
Check it out. So next week we're going to be talking about The Mandalorian. I know everyone is really excited about that, and we cannot wait to dig in. We both have made the elected decision to wait and watch it with our families because we are that nice. So we're going to watch that. We're going to be all ready to talk about it. We can't wait for you to jump in, and we want to know what you're watching, so let us know.
All right, guys. See y'all real soon.
Thanks for listening.